Borrowed time. Ernesto, your boy Ern, you're in borrowed time right now because this is now getting deep. This is getting deep right now. We said Levante, Slavia, Prague. It was a way to Levante. Still not an excuse. It was a way to Levante, Slavia, Prague at the crib. This is getting deep right now because, like, let's try and break this thing down. Because I was watching this much, I was just trying to look okay, closely. Okay, what is happening here? Is this a Valverde? Is this sorry? Is this an Ernesto issue or is it a player issue? Is it a player issue or is it an Ernesto issue? I think it is both, but mostly due to Ernesto. But like, I think for Ernesto, he was pretty much trying to play what I'll call a very cheap tactic. You're playing at the crib, you're playing at home, and you're easily the more superior team to Slavia Prague. And I'm going to talk about Slavia Prague because those guys were very impressive. But for most of the game, the instruction was Slavia Prague are playing a high line. Let's get the ball to Semedo and let's try and beat them with with a direct pass. There was no midfield play. There was no possession. There was no methodical, chilled out, gradual kind of build up of play to get possession of the ball, control the rhythm of the game, and then look for the through ball, and then look for the penetrative pass. It was just get the ball to a Pique or a Busquets and tell them to be the quarterback and look for that long ball over the top to either an Alba or a Semedo. But it's like, come on, this is Barcelona. This is a team that are technically very good and very professional. This is a guy like a De Jong who we know is supposed to be the next Janvi for that midfield. Why isn't he instructed to be stay in the center of midfield, act as the conduit with which to pass the balls through, and by keeping possession of the ball, you will then mentally distress the psychology of the Slavia Prague people, and that will lead them to make lapses in concentration in defense. But by easily recycling the balls to Slavia Prague, doing these long balls over the top, trying to get that quick, easy goal, it gives the ball back to Slavia Prague. They were allowed to keep possession. They're allowed to attack, and by them attacking, it raises their confidence. And what you now have is an even game. What you had was a really good football game, which it shouldn't be because this Barcelona are supposed to be superior. Because what I always say is that no matter how talented the Barcelona individuals are, no matter how good they are, training is important. What you do on that Monday, Tuesday, the Saturday and Sunday before your Wednesday game or the Saturday game is important. So as great as Barcelona were before and everything under Pep and so forth, a lot of why they were so good is partly to do with their talents, but also partly to do with what they were trained to do, what they did during training and their in-game coaching. But that training and that preparation, because preparation is key. Preparation is key, because the instructions you learn about your position, about yourselves, the different strategies that you have either in defense, in midfield, or in the last third are very important because you're now trying to implement them into the game. And I think for Barcelona, there were only very few portions of the game in which they looked like money. Like the Wolves had a few flashes. Ansu Fati looked high. Griezmann, one or two shots, ball. Griezmann, they wasn't impressed by him. But for Slavia Prague, I thought they played really well. I mean, and the confidence with which they played with was amazing. Olayinka, that guy had an amazing game. Olayinka was arguably the best player on the pitch, although Messi did some crazy stuff, and Messi almost individually, yet again, won the game for Barcelona. And I think for Messi, you can see in his face that, bro, you expect me to do what I did last season yet again? This is a Barcelona Football Club. You expect me to carry this entire team? At the point, Messi was playing right back because there was hardly any kind of connection of midfield to attack. He had to go to right back to receive the ball. So for Ernesto, I just need to know, what is your instruction? What is your strategy? What is your philosophy for this team? And does your philosophy coincide with what's happening with this team? Because if you're not playing money football, if you're not playing sexy football, you better win. If you're not playing sexy football and you're not winning, bro, we got problems, bro. We got problems. And bro, for Slavia Prague, well done. Done that really well. But guys, this has now gotten very, very deep indeed. Remember to like the vid. Remember to subscribe as well. And follow me on Twitter and join the Patreon in the description box below. Ernesto, I think we're looking at Class A, possibly a scholar.